As far as first games go, things could hardly have been better for the Hyderabad Falcons. A 96-71 win over the Gujarat Stallions stamped Hyderabad as a team to beat for the Inbl Pro U-25 title. Despite the loss, the Stallions have rebounded to mount a case for a spot in the semi-finals, and tonight they aim to get the better of the Falcons. Hello and welcome back to THYAGRAJ Sports Complex in Delhi, and it's the 2-3 Gujarat Stallions against the 3-2 Hyderabad Falcons in the second game of our doubleheader. And if this is anything like what we've just seen between the Delhi Dribblers and the Mumbai Titans, we are in for another great contest. There's no question that Hyderabad is one of the teams to beat, and while Gujarat is coming off a loss, it has also shown it's a quality team. In fact, the Hyderabad Falcons are coming off a loss as well, having beaten by Chennai 85-82 in their most recent outing. The Falcons at 3-2. As we see their leading scorers, Jack Purchase at 19.2, Alex Robertson at 18.2 points per game. So this is Jack Purchase in action. He has been in top form for the Falcons and recently posted a 32-point game, showcasing his inside-outside ability. He can hit the three, as he does here, and he can get to the rim and also shoot the mid-range jumper. Jack Purchase, the key player for the Falcons. And here's their starting lineup. It's Robinson, Kushal Singh, Rawat, Purchase and Mathur. Coming off the bench will be Webb, Morris, Eustace, Sharma, Negi and Callum Dalton. The coach is Mark Chivers. And we take a look at the Gujarat Stallions. They are at 3-2. After a couple of losses, they posted back-to-back wins, and now they are coming off a loss to the Mumbai Titans. So an important game for the Stallions if they are to make the semi-finals. Their main man is Trendon Hankerson. He leads their scoring with 21.4, and big man Jock Perry is averaging close enough to 16 points a game for the Stallions. Josh Dwash, an important third wheel for that lineup. So we see the teams going through their warm-ups, and a key player for the Stallions is Nate Roberts, the big man. He's not a huge scorer at 8.2 points per game, but he is averaging 12.4 rebounds per outing, and that is his strength working inside. He's averaging 5.2 offensive rebounds and 7.2 defensive rebounds, and he's had 4 games in a row where he's scored double-digit rebounding. So Nate Roberts, a big factor for the Gujarat Stallions tonight as they look to move on from that most recent loss and try to push ahead for a place in the semi-finals. This is the Stallions starting lineup with Tyagi, Hankerson, Roberts, Kushal Singh and Nayak. Off the bench will be Baladaneshwar, Dwash, Huda, Mandeep Singh, Tamalia and Perry. The head coach is Luke Kendall. And now we'll hopefully get a look at the standings before we head into this one. And before that, we are going to head down to the sidelines and hear from Dhruv Barman.
Yeah. Guys, excellent. What an excellent action-packed first game we just had. It's going to be tough to live up to that, but I'm sure these teams are both ready to go because they both had crucial, very close losses in the last game. I actually had a chat with Alex Robertson a couple of days prior, and he said he was ready to go. So I have a feeling, my spidey senses tell me we're going to see a very different Alex Robertson today. He's going to be super aggressive, and I think we can see him totally go off. I think we're in for a great game ahead, and I can't wait. The crowd can't wait. Everybody watching at home, stay strapped. Right back to you, Grant. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Dhruv, as we finish setting the scene for the second game of the doubleheader here tonight at the THYAGRAJ Sports Complex. As we mentioned, both teams coming off losses, and we can take a look at the leading scorers for the season. Trendon Hankerson on show here tonight for the Stallions at 21.8. Lachlan Barker, then followed by Jack Purchase at 18.8. And we take a look at the standings. It's Hyderabad, Mumbai, Chennai, Delhi, Punjab, and Gujarat. And we can head to the countdown to tip-off. Okay, so we are ready for tip-off in the nightcap of the doubleheader. It will be the Hyderabad Falcons in yellow with the black trim going to the left of screen. The Gujarat Stallions in white with the orange trim going to the right. And Hankerson has the first possession for the Stallions. They go down low to Roberts. He works inside, and Roberts gets the finish with the first basket of the game. Nate Roberts. Mathur to Singh, to Rawat, working inside, to Purchase. And Jack Purchase hits the three. So Purchase off to the perfect start for the Falcons. As Hankerson tried to go down low again to Roberts. But that time it was Mathur who was aware to his defensive responsibilities. This is Hankerson against Purchase. The three doesn't go. That was Tushar Singh. But the Stallions get it back. Roberts all the way across the floor. And that is overcooked by THYAGRAJ. Here's Robinson against Roberts. He breaks him down, but can't finish at the rim. And Hankerson streaks the other way. Singh to the rim. And that's a nice finish by Tushar Singh for the Gujarat Stallions. Purchase for the Falcons. And Singh can't complete the finish after a nice pass from Mathur. Hankerson, he gets to the basket and gets the foul on the finish. Trendon Hankerson. Rapid transition from the Gujarat Stallions. Hankerson puts the Stallions on top, 6-3. Early going. And Hankerson completes the three-point play. Stallions on top 7-3. Here's Robinson for the Falcons. To Singh. Rawat. Untidy and throws it away. Here's Hankerson again. Pulling up and firing. And Trendon Hankerson hits the three in transition. Trendon Hankerson feeling it already. Closely guarding Robinson. And the foul is called on Tyagi. So Trendon Hankerson is out of the blocks with 6 points in the opening 2.5 minutes for the Gujarat Stallions. The Stallions ahead 10-3. Here's Singh. And now Purchase with the three. That one's off the mark. But Singh gets the offensive rebound and is fouled. And will go to the line for a three-point play. A good second effort by Kushal Singh off the Purchase miss. And Singh makes the free throw. This is Hankerson, guarded by Purchase. Now Nyack. And Amarendra Nyack with a big three for the Stallions. Robinson goes the other way and can't finish. The loose ball reeled in by Tyagi. So the Stallions playing with confidence right now. That one doesn't go for Singh. Purchase back the other way. Driving against Roberts. And his pull-up jumper won't go. Nyack tidies up. Hankerson in transition. Here's Nyack. Singh driving and is fouled. So that was Tushal Singh for the Stallions, fouled by Kushal Singh for the Falcons. Tushal Singh going to the line. And he makes the first. The Stallions up by 8. A little under 6.5 minutes to go in the first. And he makes the second. Here's Robinson for the Falcons. Driving, slipping. Mathur with the deep three, can't get it to go. And Roberts with another big rebound. Roberts takes over the ball handling duties. And he tries to get to the rim and is unsuccessful in doing so. The ball will go back to the Falcons as Callum Dalton checks in for the Falcons, replacing Rawat. A tick under 6 minutes left in the first quarter. And the Stallions up by 9. Robinson for Hyderabad. To Singh. Now Dalton down low, guarded by Roberts. And Dalton had the ball knocked away. Roberts held his ground well. Hankerson to Perry, who has checked in for the Stallions. Roberts down low. Back out to Nyack. And Purchase with the rebound. Robinson for the Falcons. Here's Purchase attacking Perry. And the runner won't go, nor does Dalton's second effort. Singh for the Stallions. To Perry. Back to Singh. Driving against Singh. And the Falcons come up with the rebound via Mathur. And Roberts is called for the foul.
Hey, who'd they call that on? No, they called that on for foul.
So we tick under 5 minutes to go in the quarter. And it's the Stallions on top 15-6 as Robinson goes to work. He's purchased. Mathur's three is off the mark. And the ball is with me at the commentary table. Now retrieved, it will belong to the Gujarat Stallions, looking to improve their lead. It's 15-6 for the Stallions. About 4:30 left in the first quarter. They go inside to Perry, and Perry with a nice little finish and a foul. A brilliant pass from Trendon Hankerson, and Perry had the finish at the front of the rim and was fouled by Kushal Singh. So it's 2 fouls on Kushal Singh.
Come on, man.
And Perry looking to make the margin 12.
Play the game. Play the whole game.
Which he does. It's 18-6 for the Stallions. Out of the blocks quicker than Usain Bolt. Purchase to Mathur. Singh on the back cut. They can't connect, and the ball was deflected out of bounds by Jock Perry. So 13 seconds on the shot clock, 4:18 on the game clock. Purchase to inbound. And they go to Mathur. Mathur with the little runner, and that's a nice finish, and a much needed one for the Hyderabad Falcons. Here's Nyack. Singh tries to get to the rim against Robinson, and they call the foul on Robinson, but they ruled that it was on the floor and not a shooting foul. So it'll be a Gujarat Stallions ball from the baseline as the Stallions make some changes. They bring Tyagi and Mandeep Singh into the game. Hankerson to inbound. To Josh Dwash. Dwash. His drive is cut off, and here's Hankerson. Perry with the offensive rebound. The little step back won't go. Robinson for the Falcons, now Purchase. Purchase working against Dwash. And the Stallions push back the other way. Hankerson attacking the rim, kicks it out. Here's Tyagi from deep. And another second chance for the Stallions. Josh Dwash with the ball. To Perry. To the corner. Now to Tyagi with the shot clock expiring. Perry with the offensive effort, but not the finish. That's perhaps one Jock Perry would want back. Here's Robinson for the Falcons. He's off the mark. Hankerson with the rebound. The Hyderabad Falcons offense is just not happening right now. Only 8 points in more than 7 minutes of action as Perry goes with work and kicks it out to Mandeep Singh for 3 for the Gujarat Stallions. Inside-outside work for the Gujarat Stallions. And Mandeep Singh getting the finish from the Jock Perry feed. That puts the Stallions on top 21-8. And Hyderabad Falcons coach Mark Chivers has called a timeout. Let's head down to the sidelines and hear what's being offered.
We're too slow into defense and we're too slow into offense. We're playing 5-on-5 every time down there in offense because we're too fucking slow. Get up, spread the wings, get the ball up quick. Don't walk it up, sprint it up, all right? I don't care. Just get it up and then run something there. Beat him up. Make sure you find your man. Sprint back on D, find your man, and then play. Alright? We're still letting them do that. Don't let them do that. Alright? Block them and stop them doing that. Other than that, we're not too bad. We're getting good looks. We're just not making it moment. They'll fall. Alright? Here we go. Play D.
So there's the Hyderabad Falcons timeout huddle. Ryan James has been with the Gujarat Stallions. Let's go down to Ryan.
Complete basketball from the Gujarat Stallions, as we love to see it. Inside, outside, everything working well for them. What I loved here is immediately when the timeout was called, Trenton Hankerson took leadership. He was telling the players what to do, and 3 Indians on the scoring lines for them. That's all from the sidelines.
All right, thanks, Ryan. And as we have a quick check of the stats, the Hyderabad Falcons are shooting just 3 of 13 as they go into offense yet again. Here's Robinson, and the shot clock is already at 9. Dalton up top gets Perry in the air, comes up shooting off the bounce and can't connect. So a real dry spell for the Falcons. Here's Dwash. Dwash turns the corner. He can't finish, but Perry, with another offensive rebound, does get the finish. So plenty of work to do for the Falcons on the defensive glass. Robinson overcooks the reversal. The Stallions up by 15 and looking to go ahead by more. Here's Perry firing the 3. Robinson tidies up. Dalton attacks Perry and gets the finish and the foul. Cal Dalton, a nice play. Took the pass, put the ball on the floor, and went past Jock Perry for the finish. And a real lack of help from the weak side there for Jock Perry. He was a man on an island. As Dalton cuts the gap to 13 and perhaps to 12. And he does. Callum Dalton with the 3-point play for the Falcons. Here's Dwash for the Stallions. Tyagi. Roberts. Tyagi firing. And the bank's open for Prince Tyagi. The mid-range jumper in off the glass. Here's Dalton. Harry Morris into the game for the Falcons. Fred Webb likewise. And his pass is picked off by Hankerson. And Hankerson gets to the rim and finishes. Untidy by the Falcons and neat by the Stallions. They feed Dalton down low against Roberts. Dalton gets along the baseline and makes a nice finish. So Callum Dalton with some offensive impact off the bench for the Hyderabad Falcons. But it's the Stallions on top, 27-13, as we go inside the last 30 seconds of the quarter. Hankerson snaking. Dalton with a good defensive play. And here's Nagy for the Falcons to Rawat. Rawat, a little untidy, misses the first, but after the offensive rebound, gets fouled and will go to the line trying to complete a 3-point play. Persistence pays off for Rawat on that occasion. And the gap is at 12 with 11 seconds to play. Rawat trying to make it 11. He doesn't, and the ball was knocked out of bounds by Dalton. So with 11 seconds left on the clock, the Stallions, barring a turnover, should get the last shot of the quarter. This is Dwash. Webb up and in on Dwash, causing problems. And Dwash has to save the situation. The clock now at 7 seconds. Dwash to Perry. Perry gets it up before the buzzer. And Jock Perry with a big 3 at the quarter-time buzzer. Just when the Falcons were trying to work their way back into the game, the Stallions come up with a big shot at the buzzer from Jock Perry. And Perry makes it a 15-point ball game. It's the Stallions 30, the Falcons 15. Quite an opening quarter by the Gujarat Stallions, led by Trenton Hankerson with 8 points. Singh with 6, and Perry also with 8 points. So a brilliant opening period by the Gujarat Stallions. They have really laid down the law to the Hyderabad Falcons. We can head down to the sidelines and go to Dhruv Barman, who's in the Falcons huddle.
An excellent start by the Gujarat Stallions. They were super hot to start this game, but it's a game of 4 quarters. The coach understands they were hot. It's a long basketball game to go. Put the game to the heads, take it to the heads, play defense and play some Hyderabad Falcons basketball. So expect a very physical next quarter. Thank you. That's it from here.
Thanks, Dhruv. And just to underline how good the Gujarat Stallions were in that first quarter, they shot 11 of 24 from the field, which is not earth-shattering, but it's pretty good under the circumstances. 4 of 4 on free throws. They had 6 assists and, importantly, only 1 turnover, while the Falcons committed 3 turnovers. And not a major crime, but something they will want to be aware of as we get ready to start the second quarter. And the Falcons take over with Fred Webb down by 15. This is Rawat, now Morris. Nagy tries to get to the basket, but Perry had him covered and Nagy throws it away to Dwash. Here's Perry. Tyagi to Dwash, working off Roberts' ball screen. All the way to Perry in the opposite corner, and Perry overcooks the 3. Webb pushes back the other way. Nagy to Webb. Turns the corner. Out to Morris. Morris working against Dwash. And a good defensive play by Josh Dwash to tie up Morris. And the referee says the ball came off Morris and out of bounds. So the ball will go back to the Gujarat Stallions. And so just a quick head count to make sure that the rules of the competition are adhered to. So each team must have at least 2 Indian players on the floor at all times. So the referees gave the thumbs up and the all clear, and we're back into action. The Stallions coming up empty. Dalton to Nagy, and Dwash with the big defensive play at the rim. The 3-pointer from Tyagi did a lap and came out. And here's Morris for the Falcons. Dalton working against Roberts. Spinning and finishing and drawing the foul. A couple of spins and the finish from Callum Dalton. Roberts must have thought he had good position, but Dalton kept working, and then the referee ruled that Roberts had committed a foul. So Dalton with 7 points off the bench and now 8.
Footwork is a thing.
As he closes the gap to 12 for the Falcons. Hankerson for the Stallions, guarded by Webb. Webb doing a great job on the ball with Hankerson, but the ball fake gets rid of Webb. But Hankerson can't cash in. Here is Webb to Rawat, who had good position at the basket, but THYAGRAJ was equal to the task. Webb to inbound. Morris. And Morris gets the finish for the Falcons. This is THYAGRAJ. Now Roberts working down low against Dalton. Baladaneshwar untidy, and Webb strips it. Nagy on the floor, back to Webb. Tried to throw it up, and now Morris is fouled, and will go to the free throw line, trying to trim the margin from 10 to possibly 9 or 8. So here's Morris with about 7.5 minutes to go, and he makes the first free throw. And he makes the second. So a nice trip to the line for Harry Morris. And the gap is now at 8. The Falcons right back in this contest. Baladaneshwar to Perry. High-low action to Roberts. And Roberts' little jump hook doesn't go, but the Falcons
Punch the ball. Can't do it.
come up with the ball. Here's Webb. Nagy for 3. And Nagy hits a big 3 for the Hyderabad Falcons. Nagy cuts the gap to 5. It's the Stallions on top 30-25, and Stallions coach Luke Kendall calls a timeout. We'll head down into the huddle momentarily to hear what Luke Kendall has got to say.
All right, let's get a little stack action. Get a little stack action. All right, let's get Jock. You sit here. All right, get Prince on Naya. Prince, Brendan, hit, dribble over, kick back. All right.
Yep.
You come up. You set the back screen, and then you're popping. All right. So you're coming off that. We good?
Hey,
You know where you are?
we talked about pace.
Dribble,
Fucking
kick back
all the
to
time.
two.
We
Just be careful on the
That's
pass.
their game.
Get
Right?
open.
Who else?
Step
Who
open,
else?
get open. Make a lead. When he dribbles, get a lead. All right, here we go. Reset it, let's go. 1, 2, 3, Stallions!
So as the Stallions break the timeout huddle, their lead has been cut to 5, and I'm joined in commentary tonight by Craig Nicol, the assistant coach of the Delhi Dribblers, who was in action, so to speak, in the first game of the doubleheader, and what an amazing win for you guys in the end.
Yeah, it was very close down the stretch. I mean, Mumbai did a really good job to come back at us, but the first half performance we had was fantastic and gave us enough just to win in the end.
Certainly did leave enough to win in the end as Perry hits the 3 from the top. And Jock Perry is having some sort of game already tonight. Here's Morris to Dalton, to Rawat, to Webb. Webb attacks the rim and can't get the finish, and here's Perry with another rebound to Hankerson. Hankerson tried to feed Roberts and the ball goes out of bounds. Hankerson is a handful.
Yeah, we had a tough time guarding him when we matched up with him. He made some big shots down the stretch and was a key part of the reason why they beat us.
He's certainly being a key part again tonight. He's got 8 points for the Stallions as Morris goes into traffic and is fouled. And I think they might have called that one on Jock Perry. And he was a little frustrated with that one. Perry is such a weapon, if you like, on both ends of the floor. Just like he's a walking double-double.
Yeah, especially when he's matched up with Nate as well. The two of them command a lot of presence, and they're running that high-low action really well, and it opens up space on the perimeter for everyone else.
So Morris delivers from the free throw line, and the margin is 7. Here's Nyack for the Stallions to Hankerson. And the ball comes loose, but they call the foul on Fred Webb.
They were about to set up another high-low action there, trying to get it back into Jock and Nate.
It's almost become their signature now. If Hankerson doesn't get you, the high-low probably might.
Really tough to guard all three of them at the same time.
Here's Roberts bullying his way against Dalton, but he can't finish. And Webb comes up with it for the Falcons. Just under 6 minutes in the half, and it's a 7-point ball game. Morris to Webb. Webb into the paint and pulls up and finishes. It's a nice play by Fred Webb.
Yeah, nice breakdown from Freddie. He's got a lot of good potential. It's good to see him on the floor.
Hankerson swings it to Perry, and then he goes to Nyack, and Nyack will get a second chance. Here's Hankerson. Oh, Perry! Wide open on the baseline. What in basketball parlance we would say he was naked.
Yep. Breakdown in defensive communication there. Two guys went with one and left the big guy under the basket.
Here's Dalton, and Dalton gets good position against Roberts and makes the finish. Brings the margin back to 5. Hankerson probing, driving, and finishes over the top of Dalton.
Nice aggressive take from Trendon there. Engaging the big under the basket. He had a dump off as well if he wanted.
Here's Webb against Hankerson. Dalton pulls the trigger on the 3. And Perry comes up with another rebound. Hankerson takes over for the Stallions. Perry to Roberts. 5 out right now. Hankerson attacks the rim again, and that's another sweet finish by Trendon Hankerson.
Yeah, that's the diversity these guys have on offense. They can open up space under the basket for him to attack.
Here's Morris. Kicks to Nagy in the corner, and that's way off. Chalk up another rebound to Jock Perry.
Looks like we're going to get Purchase back in here.
Probably a good move. Here's Roberts against Dalton. Roberts can't get it to go, and Rawat comes up with the rebound. So the Falcons really need something out of this possession. They down by 9 as Webb fires, and the referee says the ball will go back to the Falcons. And on cue, Jack Purchase and Alex Robinson check back in for the Falcons. And the Falcons have also called a timeout. So we're heading towards half time, and it's the Stallions on top 39-30. We can head down to the sidelines and listen in to Mark Chivers and the Hyderabad Falcons.
Those on balls now with the middle pick and roll with Hankerson. Just give a hard show. Hard show, get him through and then get back to the shooter, all right? The only other thing we've got to remember is stop him turning the corners all the time like that, all right? Hey, these guys showed you guys how it's done. Now get out there and carry it on and keep playing D. Push into offense, play hard D, all right? Run run a motion next time down, all right? Good. Now, Prashant, you're going to be there. You're going to run off the screen. You come up and screen his man and he rolls, all right? Here we go there. Put you guys in the corner. Here we go.
So Mark Chivers very simply telling his team that the Gujarat Stallions have showed them how it's done and they should just follow suit, which seems fair enough advice. And given that Hankerson already with 12 points and 4 assists and Jock Perry with 13 points and 8 rebounds have indeed been calling the tune against the Falcons.
Yeah, it's really tough to guard them both, especially Nate's jumped out just now, but when they're all there, you're giving up something at somewhere on the floor. So it'll be interesting to see how they match up now that Purchase is back in. He'll probably lock in on Perry, and we'll see how Trenton gets on.
So as the Stallions take over, Roberts has gone to the bench for a breather, which essentially leaves Perry as the only big man on the floor for Gujarat. Nyack to Hankerson. Now to Nyack. And Nyack's three comes up short. And Perry almost had another offensive rebound. Here's Purchase. Let's see if he can get things going again here for the Falcons. They have outscored the Stallions this quarter, but at times have just looked a little lost on offense. Dalton looking for Robinson. He takes the long two, and Cal Dalton with a foot on the line makes the long two and cuts the margin to 7. As Dwash comes back the other way, and Josh Dwash with an immediate answer. He can do it inside, outside Dwash. He puts the ball on the floor. Trying to stay in front of him is a nightmare.
Yeah, it's a big response. You know, Hyderabad just needed to get a look from somewhere. They found one, but to go immediately down the other way, Josh has done a good job there. He's very aggressive with his first step.
So Dwash was able to isolate against Mathur, and he had the foot speed to get past him and bump the margin back to 9 and now 10 as we head towards 2.5 minutes left in the half. It's the Stallions 42, the Falcons 32. Robinson. Nagy. Closely guarded by Hankerson. Mathur. He's got Dalton. Dalton with a little runner. And Hankerson comes up with the rebound. Here's Dwash for the Stallions. Hankerson works off Perry. Hankerson comes up firing, and Trendon Hankerson, who's been finishing at the rim, now finishes from deep.
He could just make plays from all over the floor. It was a really tough matchup for everyone in this competition.
Purchase can't finish the pull-up jumper, and the Stallions will look to pad their 13-point lead. Nyack. Nyack with some kind of finish there.
Yep, really good first step, getting downhill. That's what the advantage with Gujarat just now is attacking the rim.
Here's Dalton down low against Perry. And he can't get the finish, and Perry almost throws it away.
You got it, you got it. What are we in? What are we doing?
This is Dwash. Turns the corner. Fires the little runner, but can't get it to go. Purchase pushing back the other way. Dalton thought twice about the three, and it was a good second thought.
Yep, nice look. They need to find offense from somewhere right now. This is going to be an interesting final minute.
Hankerson to Dwash. Dwash fires from the corner. And another offensive rebound for the Stallions, that time by Tushal Singh. Shot clock at 5 as Hankerson kicks it out to Dwash. And the shot clock expires, but the referees wave play on. And now the Falcons, if they play it smart, should play for the last shot. As Robinson eyes the game clock. The shot clock at 6 and the game clock at 8. Robinson to Mathur. He pulls the trigger and Mathur hits a big 3. That's an important 3 at the buzzer for the Falcons.
Yeah, very important to finish the quarter strong, especially when they were struggling to get any sort of momentum going there. So 2 big baskets to finish up for them there.
That is a massive bucket to finish the first half for the Falcons as they trail 47-38. For the Stallions, it's Hankerson with 15 and Perry with 13, while for the Falcons, Dalton is almost playing a lone hand with 15 points. He came off the bench and has worked really hard, and we can go. We confirm the halftime score at 47-38 for the Stallions. Callum Dalton leading the way for the Falcons, and we can head down to the floor. Callum Dalton is with Ryan James.
Callum, 16 points off the bench, although your team is trailing. How does it feel? What's going on in your mind right now?
We had a poor start, so I just wanted to come in and turn it around. It's like 3 or 4 out of 5 games had really bad starts to the first quarter. So I was just trying to get us going.
All right, so you're a big man yourself, so you put in a lot of 3-pointers. So what's going on in your mind? Do you think that nobody can guard you when you raise the hand up there?
It's more just if I'm open, I'm going to shoot. I'm not thinking about it too much.
That's awesome. So I'm going to let you head back to your team. You have a big second half coming up. All the very best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's Dalton joining us. We will now move into a quick break and be right back.
Welcome back to THYAGRAJ Sports Complex, and it's half-time of the second game of our double-header here tonight. It's the Gujarat Stallions on top of the Hyderabad Falcons 47-38, and I'm joined by Craig Nicol in commentary. And the Stallions got out of the blocks, but the second quarter the Falcons came back into it with a 23-17 quarter, so the game is still well and truly alive. As we see Robinson and Dalton. Dalton off the bench was really important for the Falcons.
Yeah, he made some big plays, made some shots. And, he was just saying in his interview there that if the eyes leave him open, he's going to shoot it. So they'll need to make an adjustment there. Let's not let them get anything easy.
So 15 points to halftime for Callum Dalton for the Falcons. The Stallions are led by Trendon Hankerson with 15, and Jock Perry has 13 points and 9 rebounds. And we're going to head down to the floor now to Drew Barman.
Guys, excellent first day, excellent doubleheader. We have a very special guest today, the global CEO of Inbl, the man that's made it all happen. That's Praveen right here. Praveen, firstly,
hi Drew.
Excellent first day. How are you feeling?
I feel great. Just looking at the games today, it's been awesome.
That's awesome, man. So I think we're about 2 weeks in. How do you think the league has progressed so far, and how do you think it's been going?
You know, we started out with the aim that we wanted to make something entertaining, and the fact that 5 teams are currently sitting on 3 wins means that it's entertaining, because the only way you can do that is to have even teams, close games, and people who've been coming to watch will have seen that they're close games, and that's exactly what we wanted to do.
One more thing, especially that I've been noticing on the sidelines, it is the Indian players. Some of them have really stepped up, you know, like just getting this sort of experience. What do you think, and how's the feedback been, like, say, from the coaches about the Indian players specifically?
Sure. Let me also answer the first one. I think they found it, all the players have been saying what a great experience this is. Playing with the players that they're playing with, playing on this kind of environment has been awesome for them. And the feedback from the coaches has also been they're already beginning to see some development with some of the players. I mean, some of them are great. They fit into this really well. Others have just lifted their games. You know, we've got a young 19-year-old playing today who's been unbelievable. And he was sitting on the sidelines, and here he is playing on this big stage and really enjoying himself and shining.
When can we see, I'm speaking for myself, when can we see a plus 30 league for the oldies like me, man?
When you see me with my basketball boots on, we'll start a league for the over 35s.
So I guess it's never going to happen. Marine, I'd love to chat with you all day, but that's it. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
My
Guys,
pleasure.
We'll be right back after the short break. Thank you.
So welcome back to THYAGRAJ Sports Complex in Delhi. And second half action in the second half of tonight's doubleheader. It's the Stallions over the Falcons 47-38 as Trendon Hankerson goes to work and comes up short.
Some good on-ball defense there to put them on the back foot early there.
After giving up 47 points in the first half, the defense is one aspect that the Falcons have to improve. Here's Webb to Purchase. Goes past Roberts and gets it back to Webb. And Perry comes up with his 10th rebound of the game. Here's Nyack for the Stallions. To Hankerson against Webb. Shot clock at 8. Perry. Singh got his man in the air, but couldn't finish it. Nyack tries to save, and Singh comes up with it for the Falcons.
Nate had a great seal under the rim there. I think coach probably would have wanted them to get post touch.
Purchase to Webb. Shot clock at 9 as Webb works inside and then goes outside to Singh. Singh now putting pressure on the rim, can't finish. And Hankerson will come back the other way for the Stallions. Good defensive play by Purchase to take away the pass from Perry intended for Roberts. And Jack Purchase turns defense into offense with a nice 3 in transition.
Yeah, he's been such a difference maker. That was almost a guaranteed 2 points for Gujarat, but tip, steal, 3 points is a +5.
So Purchase cuts the margin to 6. And they're saying that Purchase's shot was a 2, not a 3. So they amend the score to 47-40, and the Stallions are up by 7. This is Hankerson for the Stallions. Here's Perry. Perry measures the 3. Can't get it to fit. And Fred Webb takes over for the Falcons. Here's Singh. Down low to Rawat against Roberts. Spins, drives. Roberts is equal to it. Perry with the save, and the Stallions are running. Hankerson ahead to THYAGRAJ, and that's nice basketball.
Yep, getting stops, get out in transition, it's the easiest way to score.
Purchase for the Falcons.
Good job, Nate.
Robinson. Down low to Rawat. Webb attacking Hankerson. Couldn't get the finish, but he will get a second chance off the offensive rebound. All the way to the other corner and Purchase. And Roberts fouls Jack Purchase on the 3-point shot.
Yeah, just got to have some control on that closeout there. You don't want to put the shooter on the line for 3. Give him a way back into the game.
We've seen it happen quite a few times over the course of the season, and it's like an accumulation of offensive rebounds, fouling the 3-point shooter. It's the sort of stuff that sends a coach to an early grave.
I mean, we've done it a couple of times as well. Coach P is always on the back of that in his timeouts now, saying don't foul the 3. Guys out here are tired though. It's a grueling schedule that we're in, and sometimes you make mistakes.
As you say on that, the fatigue factor, while the legs obviously get tired, you can't let the mind lapse or get tired.
Yeah, that's going to be key in deciding where this championship goes, is teams that can stay healthy and teams that can stay mentally focused.
So we are at the halfway stage, or for you now just past it, having played 6 games of 10. So it's almost going to be a downhill run to the playoffs.
Yeah, it was important for us to try and get back to 3-3 today. If the second half of the competition is anything like the first, everyone's going to beat everyone. So every game is going to count. As
Purchase goes 3 for 3 from the foul line. and closes the gap to 6. It's the Stallions on top, 49-43. Perry to Hankerson, guarded by Webb.
10.
Now down low to Perry, guarded by Purchase.
7, 6.
Bangs his way in, but couldn't finish.
I don't know if Jock realised there, but Nate had made a really good backdoor cut, had a nice little touch pass. Would have been an easy finish.
Singh with the drive, couldn't finish. Robinson gets it to Purchase, the shot clock at 5. Robinson, he's got to get the ball in the air, and he does, but comes up short. And Webb fouls Singh. So a little untidy there by the Falcons.
Yeah, the end of the second quarter and the start of this, they're struggling to really get into any sort of rhythm. Expect A-Rob to start trying to get some stuff going with Purchase. The two of them have formed an excellent connection in these first 5 games so far.
It's interesting when they get into a bit of a funk offensively, because early in the competition, they were the best team, probably with the best structure. They ran some nice offensive sets and they had a couple of good wins, and now I guess teams have been able to scout and figure out their defensive strategy, and maybe that's part of the reason the Stallions are on top right now.
Well, we're in a very intense environment, but at the end of the day, everybody here is elite. The coaches are good, the players are good, everyone's going to make adjustments. It's going to be a fun second half of the competition, playing chess.
So here's Josh Dwash at the line for the Stallions, and his first free throw is in and out. Dwash only has 3 points tonight, now 4. And that's a long way off his average of 12.2 points per game. Here's Singh for the Falcons. Purchase. Webb. Robinson. Shot clock at 7. Another good defensive stand by the Stallions. And there's a nice backdoor cut, but an equally good block coming across to help by Jock Perry. Dwash fires for 3. And they'll get another chance with an offensive rebound by Tyagi. Hankerson, the shot clock at 6, working. Dwash attacking. And they call the foul on Robinson. And Robinson is treading a very fine line towards a technical foul.
Yeah, I think both possessions back to back there were quite physical. So Robinson's maybe just a little bit frustrated that it's not the same both ways.
I think the replay showed that while Robinson was indicating that Dwash did get him in the centre of the chest, that Robinson was still sliding across into defensive position. So hence the foul is on Robinson as Dwash makes the second of 2. It's the Stallions on top, 51-43, and we're halfway through the third quarter. Rawat, Robinson, down low to Purchase against Hankerson. And that is an offensive foul against Jack Purchase. And the look on Jack Purchase's face would suggest that he thinks Trenton Hankerson might have sold that one.
Yeah, I think, to be fair to the officials, they've called that pretty consistently today. We had 2 in our game as well, 1 for each team. Trenton's got good position there. It's tough call.
You wouldn't put it in the flop category, that's for sure. There was definitely contact, but he may have put a little mustard on it nonetheless. Here's Dwash firing for 3, and Josh Dwash with a big 3 for the Stallions. And now they're up by 11. Here's Purchase firing for the Falcons. And they'll get another chance after Singh comes down with the offensive board. Robinson for 3, can't get it to go. Purchase keeps it alive. But now the Stallions with Hankerson. Tyagi driving and is fouled by Singh. So the Falcons just can't really get any consistency going in their offense.
Yeah, they had a good look with Purchase and with the post touch against Trenton, but Trenton's done well to get the stop. They're running trying to get post action, but Perry as a rim protector, Nate who's coming in now as a rim protector, it makes it difficult there. The perimeter guys are going to have to step up.
And it's interesting that after scoring 15 points in the first half, Cal Dalton is still sitting on the bench for the Falcons and hasn't played a minute yet in the third quarter as he gets ready to check in. But THYAGRAJ makes the lead 12 for the Stallions and comes up short on the second. Here's Fred Webb for the Falcons. To Robinson. Down low to Rawat, guarded by Hankerson. They double him, and Rawat somehow forces the ball up and is fouled.
Yeah, Trenton had pretty good position there. He didn't really need to put his hand in. You could hear his coach saying no foul, no foul, and he had the position, just got to be disciplined there.
So the Falcons were basically playing with Rawat as an undersized big man, but now they bring back Dalton to have some genuine size in the post as Rawat makes the first. And he gets the second. So Rawat now with 4 points in the game. The Falcons down by 10. Here's Hankerson for the Stallions, driving. Hankerson couldn't finish, but the Stallions get it back. And they fire. That was Mandeep Singh with the three-point shot. And off the long rebound, there's a foul called on Prince THYAGRAJ. And the Falcons bring in a bit more size with Sharma as Rawat goes to the bench and Purchase goes to the bench, replaced by Morris. 3.5 to go in the third. Here's Morris, straight into action, but can't connect on the three. Roberts with the rebound to Dwash. THYAGRAJ. And Robinson got more of THYAGRAJ than he did of the ball.
Yep, that seems like a little bit of a frustration foul there. Put pressure on the ball, but we don't want to be giving up a third foul that easily. Because if A-Rob has to sit, it's going to impact how the offense flows.
So a third personal foul for Robinson and a 7th foul for the quarter for the Falcons. The Stallions only have 3, so they've still got 1 to give before they're at the limit. And THYAGRAJ gets the second to roll in as he goes to the bench, replaced by Nyack. The Stallions on top by a dozen. It's 57-45. The Stallions leading this quarter 10-7. So it stayed close, but the Falcons need more than staying close, as Nagy's 3 didn't look that pretty.
Yeah, it's a tough look. Stallions are being very physical on all the off-ball action, and the Falcons are struggling to get their offense going.
Here's Dwash. Josh Dwash with another 3. Josh Dwash coming to life for the Gujarat Falcons in this quarter, as the Falcons with Morris to Robinson, guarded by Dwash. Shot clock at 6. Dalton gets Roberts in the air and now goes to Robinson. And finally, Alex Robinson connects on 1 from deep.
Yep, it's an important one with time expiring. Get the ball in your playmaker's hands and make a shot.
So a big bucket there for the Falcons. Here's Nyack for the Stallions. Gets to the rim but can't finish. Roberts cleans up and at the second attempt turns the offensive rebound into a basket. Morris for the Falcons. Nagy up top to Robinson. He works off Dalton's screen and goes back to Dalton. And Dalton meanders to the basket and gets the finish.
Yep, he was very disciplined there. Looked like he was almost going to shoot from the perimeter, but get a nice high percentage shot at the rim.
So the gap is a dozen. And here's Dwash again for three. That comes up empty there. Dwash has got 8 points this quarter and has been a big factor for the Stallions as Robinson gets to the rim and is fouled by Roberts. So that's going to be a third foul on Nate Roberts. And Robinson, after not being a major factor, has suddenly got a couple of baskets.
Yeah, he's always got something about him where he can just flip the switch and start getting downhill and make some scoring plays. He features his teammates really well as a creator, but when he needs to score, he can score.
So he can't cash in on the three-point play. And it's the Stallions by 10. We're inside a minute to go in the third quarter. Here's Perry working down low, and that's too easy for Jock Perry.
Yeah, he recognised he had a strength matchup and got himself to the right position and converted.
Here's Morris at the other end, and he misses the bunny. Dwash takes over. Perry to Nyack. He eyes the basket, but goes to Dwash, and now it finds its way to Perry down low. Perry working. His shot is short, and Robinson fires ahead to Nagy. No whistle in fairly heavy contact. And Dwash throws it up for Roberts, and Nate Roberts throws it down. A big finish to the quarter for Nate Robinson and the Gujarat Stallions. The Hyderabad Falcons had come back and closed the gap, but with this lob and dunk, the Gujarat Stallions are on top, 66-52, with a quarter to play.
Yeah, a lot of good defensive stops from the Stallions. It's allowing them to get out in transition. A nice heads-up play by Duach there to realise he had the rim runner with him, and nice finish.
That's the sort of play that will take the wind out of the sails, and the Falcons now have to regroup. It's Gujarat 66-52, and we can head down to the sidelines and Ryan James.
An ideal finish to the third quarter as we saw that beautiful lob to Nate Roberts and he finished. That is the prime Nate Roberts we've been waiting to see, and that is going to be dangerous for the opposition because the big men have been integral. The two Stallions for them, Jock Perry, Nate Roberts, will be very important in the fourth quarter. They've struggled to guard the big men, and that's where the entire game lies for the Gujarat Stallions. That's all from the sidelines.
All right, thank you, Ryan. As we check the scorers, and it's Hankerson with 15 and Perry with 15 for the Stallions. And Hankerson's great as a playmaker, but Perry has just been excellent again for the Stallions.
Yeah, it's really a case of pick your poison for the Falcons. Dalton can only really match up with one of the bigs at a time, so when Roberts and Perry are both in, they're winning strength matchups and getting good position in the post. I expect them to feature that again at the start of the quarter here.
So as we get ready to start the fourth, Hankerson has 15 points and 6 assists. Perry has 15 points and 12 rebounds. Nate Roberts has chipped in with 6 points and 7 rebounds. So while his scoring output is where it normally is, he is always a big factor on the boards. As Robinson just throws it away on the first possession, and it's no wonder that Falcons coach Mark Chivers has his head in his hands. Here's Perry. Finally it gets to Nyack. Back to Perry. Spins against Dalton. Roberts with the offensive rebound and gets the finish.
It's interesting the matchups that the Falcons have gone with here. They've got Kushal guarding Roberts, so he's going to win a lot of offensive rebounds. He's going to win a lot of possession.
The Falcons go very early in the offense with Morris, and his three is off the mark. Dwash to Perry. And Mandeep Singh hits the three for the Stallions. And the signs early in the fourth quarter are not good for the Falcons. Here's Robinson, rising, firing, and overcooking.
Momentum is massive in basketball, and the Stallions absolutely have it at both ends of the floor just now. It was a big factor in our game previous as well.
Here's Perry, and his little runner come floater is good. And suddenly the Stallions are out by 21, if my maths is correct.
It is indeed.
Wow. All of a sudden, the Stallions are in full control, and the Falcons are simply searching for answers.
So Falcons have decided to go smaller here as well. So Purchase will match up, and probably Morris maybe match up with the two bigs. See if they can beat them in transition with some speed plays.
So Robinson at the line, he only has 5 points tonight. He's averaging 18.2 on the season. And he misses that as Roberts comes down with another rebound. This is Roberts to Nyack. Roberts trying to get position in the post, but it goes back to Nyack. Purchase picks it off. And now it comes to Nagy. And Nagy with the finish for the Falcons.
Yep, this is what the Falcons want. They want to try and win in transition. It's how they won this matchup in the first round of games. They were the better transition team.
So there's a whistle on the play, and they're going to call the foul on Harry Morris for manhandling Nate Roberts. A 7-3 start to the quarter for the Stallions, and they lead by 18. We've seen several big leads evaporate this season, and I don't mean to rub it in, but that happened to you guys tonight, the Delhi Dribblers, before you were able to rescue the contest.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good players here, and they can catch fire at any time. Mumbai did a tremendous job to come back into the game against us, so there's absolutely no reason why it can't happen here.
Here's Hankerson, eventually inbounds to Roberts. Now Dwash. Dwash with the hesitation, can't finish. Here's Roberts on the offensive glass again, but the ball is stripped. Robinson pulls up firing, and Robinson with a deep three in transition to perhaps light a little fire under the Falcons. 7:36 to go in the game. It's the Gujarat Stallions 73, the Hyderabad Falcons 58. And Luke Kendall calls timeout for the Stallions just to steady the ship a little. Yep. And we can head downstairs into the timeout huddle with Luke Kendall.
Don't start settling for threes and that sort of shit. All right, keep attacking the basket. I like you on the rim. You got you tipped up, and that's fine. That's right where we want it. All right, keep attacking them. Don't let up. Last two times, defensive transition, 83. They got a layup. Stay focused on the D-trans. All right, we need to stay key.
Stop the ball. We'll handle the rest. Just stop the ball. We'll handle the rest.
And then it's the paint. It's the ball in the paint, bro. The paint's killing us right now.
Hey, force the paint issue.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's
But
Let's get a stack.
And then you're opposite. No paint.
Get back. Max screen. Get that with JD. Just slip out. Right, just turn it on and just fucking go. Here we go. Right. 1, 2, 3, go!
So there's Luke Kendall with the Gujarat Stallions, and really that was a timeout just to reset, get his team refocused and ready to go again.
Yeah, they're going to want some high percentage shots. They're going to want nice ball movement and ultimately want to take advantage of the post matchup they're about to have here.
So it's the Stallions by 15, 7.5 left in the game as Hankerson takes over. And there's an offensive foul away from the ball when they call it on Nate Roberts. And that will be 4 fouls on Roberts. He was in foul trouble in the first half last night, but came back and played a fairly significant role in the second. And he goes to the bench again now as Robinson finds Morris in the corner for the Falcons, and that is way off. Perry with another rebound. Hankerson, Dwash to the corner. Nyack can't get it to go. Here's Robinson. Purchase. And that's a nice pass and finish from Robinson to Purchase.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough matchup for Jock there. It'll be interesting to see how this unfolds.
So Purchase cuts the gap to 13 with plenty of time left as Hankerson goes to work against Singh. Now Dwash. They go inside to Perry, and a 3-second call against Jock Perry. I think that's the first one in 17 games.
We were certainly looking for it against Stallions in our game. They command so much attention down there, and if they're able to get position, they're going to hurt you.
So here's Robinson taking over for the Falcons and looking to reduce the margin. Here's Purchase for 3. And Jack Purchase with a big 3. Back-to-back baskets for Jack Purchase. You said that was going to be a tough matchup for Perry, and the last 2 possessions indicate just that.
Yeah, if Purchase has space, he's going to let it fly. He's one of the best shooters at the tournament right now.
Well, when you're down by 13, you got nothing to lose. And he had nothing to lose by pulling the trigger on that, and he knocked it down, and then some defensive pressure on Hankerson in the ensuing possession. So it's a 10-point game. Hankerson to inbound to Dwash. Perry gets Purchase in the air. Out to Hankerson, the shot clock at 5. Robinson, good defense. Hankerson fires, and Trendon Hankerson. Sometimes you do everything right on defense and it's still not enough.
So right now we're seeing big-time players make big-time plays.
There's Purchase. Sees the ball do a lap of honor and come out. And that was massive by Trendon Hankerson. The shot clock was done, and he let it fly and found nothing but the bottom of the net.
He's really good at creating space. Even with a defender all over him, he can still get a shot off.
Hankerson with 17 points now for the Stallions, joining Jock Perry on 17. And we've got a timeout called, with the Stallions on top, 75-63. Let's head downstairs and into the timeout huddle with Mark Chivers.
That's you. Yep, got it. That's you. Who's our fullman? That's you. Who's left? That's you. You're taking it out. All right. Chris is taking it out. On the slap, all we do is we go screen, screen. So those 2 guys come off the screen. Then use, that's you there. Force through for you to go there. Other way, sorry, yeah. That way. That way like that. Yeah. So you get the screens first and then get the big screen. All right, here we go.
Boys, defense on D. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Defense.
Okay, so we come out of the huddles, and with 5.5 minutes to go, the Falcons are down by 12. I'm going to put you in the Falcons coach's seat. What's your game plan?
Well, they're going to try and get a look at the basket here. They're going to try and see if they can get a slip, or Alex probably in the corner for a three. They're going to have to play a little bit up-tempo, see if they can get out in transition, see if they can turn the ball over. It's time to make some shots and some plays.
Morris.
Nice look.
Dishes to Nagy on the back cut, and Nagy will shoot a pair of free throws. So that wasn't the play as it was drawn up. The Stallions defended it pretty well.
I think the look was to get Morris the ball under the rim there, which worked, and then they've made a good read off the post touch on the back door.
So Nagy misses the first. 5 points tonight for Rianshu Nagy. He makes the second and cuts the gap to 11 as we head down to about 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Hankerson, Singh, back to Hankerson. Shot clock at 7. They roll it into Perry, and Perry felt he was fouled, but there was no call. Purchase drops it off to Robinson, and now it's back with Purchase. Now Robinson, guarded by Perry. Robinson, a nice finish at the rim by Robinson. So Perry took away the 3, but they couldn't take away the 2.
Yep, these are the matchups that the Falcons want right now. They're playing small ball, they're trying to play quick and get downhill against the slower, bigger guys.
So the margin is now 9 as Hankerson works against Nagy. The shot clock again down, and Hankerson comes up empty. Robinson comes the other way. He works off Purchase and pulls up firing, but doesn't cash in. And the Stallions will walk it up and get into an offensive set. Here's Nyack, Singh. And there's an offensive foul on Singh, who flung out a hand, and Robinson made sure the referee knew about it.
Yeah, I think it was incidental, but Robinson's had a savvy move there to get the call.
It certainly wasn't subtle by Singh, that's for sure. Anyway, the ball is with the Falcons. They're down by 9 as we tick down to 4 minutes left in the game. Here's Purchase against Perry. He pulls up and fires, and Jack Purchase hits for the Falcons. If Purchase starts getting hot, it's alarm bells for the Stallions. Here's Perry to Nyack. Nyack from the corner, and that's a big bucket for Nyack and the Stallions.
Both teams are leaning on their key players just now. Stallions have gone with their big lineup. Falcons have gone small ball. It's going to be interesting in the final few minutes here.
And Perry does well on the defense against Morris. Here's Hankerson the other way, and Hankerson goes the length of the floor and gets the finish. And the Stallions are back up by 12. Here's Purchase. Purchase with a 3. Jack Purchase is not going to die wondering about this game. Purchase hits the 3 to bring the Falcons within 9. It's 80-71 with 3:06 left. And Luke Kendall has called another timeout for the Gujarat Stallions to just make sure they are settled and dealing with things. Let's head down and listen to Luke Kendall.
Right? If he doesn't use it, then pop and just stay with. We want help from the other people. Alright, so you're just staying on yours. Alright? Just glue it, force it down, everyone dig in, make him kick it out. Alright? That's all. We're good. Just don't leave him on the 3. He's the only one that get it back in it. Stay on him. Alright? Let's go a bit of snap. Bit of snap. 9-4. Pass it. Then go get it. And just hold. When you turn the corner, you've got the finish, you've got but get a catch. Pass it, take your time. Take your time, and then go. Right?
So there's Luke Kendall. It looks like the play is to get Perry at the rim, but just very reassuring by Luke Kendall. No panic, just measured.
Yeah, I think he's had to make a calculated change on ball screen coverage there. Robinson was doing a very good job of engaging Roberts, which was leaving Purchase open for three, and that's definitely not something they want to do for this final stretch here. So expect Nate's going to stay connected with Purchase on the next couple of screens, I'm sure.
So with that three to prompt the timeout, Jack Purchase is now at 18 points for the Falcons as Hankerson goes to work to Perry. To Singh, they'll roll Perry into the post. Hankerson finds him guarded by Purchase, and they whistle a travel on Jock Perry. So they got what they wanted, and the referee took it away.
Yep, Purchase has good position there. He stood him up, and Jock will want that one back.
Here's Robinson for the Falcons. Down by 9. He works off Purchase, turns the corner, and Alex Robinson gets to the rim and cuts the gap to 7. 2.5 minutes left.
Great read from Alex there. Nate stayed connected with the shooter, and Alex could get downhill.
Here's Perry. They've got Roberts down low, but Nyack fires from deep. Roberts keeps it alive. It bounces off Singh's head, and the ball will go to the Stallions on the baseline. They lead by 7 with a little over 2 minutes left in the contest. And if we've seen anything over the last week or so, no game is dead until the final buzzer. Hankerson with the 5-second count getting to about 4.5. Smartly throws it off Singh, and he'll get a fresh 5 seconds to get the ball in. So the game clock at 2:14 and the shot clock at 14. And Singh does a good job again to guard the inbounds pass. Now they go to Robertson. Roberts tried to make space for himself. Here's Perry on the perimeter. Roberts again on the offensive glass. Powers it up but can't finish. And the Falcons throw it away. They did all the hard work and then gave up a really soft turnover.
Yeah, that was almost a guaranteed 2 points if they got the ball out efficiently there.
Hankerson goes up and they whistle a foul on Robinson. And Robinson wants a review, but I don't believe you can review a foul call.
That's correct. I've tried to review many foul calls in the games we've had so far, but the referees keep telling me no. So
Robinson, as animated as ever in response to the call, was we get a look at it, and
it looks like he stood him up pretty well there.
He did a decent job on the defense, and he probably got a fair amount of hand on the ball, but you put the referee in the position where he might have to make a call, well, you got to live and die with the consequences.
Yeah, it's fine margins, but if you let Trendon get himself into the paint, he's going to create good things.
And Hankerson from the line hits the first. Another great game from Trendon Hankerson tonight for the Gujarat Stallions. Hankerson gets the second, and the lead for the Stallions is now at 9. Robinson to Purchase, guarded by Roberts. He goes to Robinson. Got Perry in the air, now Morris. Morris fires. He can't hit the three, and Roberts comes up with an important defensive rebound.
It was a good defensive possession there. Jot did a good job staying in front of Robinson, and they forced a tough shot. They could easily rebound and go.
Here's Singh now as they continue to milk time off the clock. They go down to Roberts. Morris goes down, but Purchase does a good job on the defense. He pushes the other way. Here's Robinson, guarded by Roberts. Kicks to Nagy in the corner, and he can't connect, and Roberts comes up with the long rebound. Takes an unintentional whack in the face. And the Stallions will keep the ball.
Yeah. Even if it's unintentional, it's a pretty good foul for the Falcons. They need to stop the clock any way they can just now. They've got to try and find a way to get at least 4, maybe 5 possessions here.
So they're only at 3 fouls, the Falcons, so they're not at the limit. The next foul will get them there. It'll be interesting to see if they think there's enough time to foul and try and get the win there. Down by 9, and Roberts with the putback probably puts the lid on the game. Nate Roberts has been good for the Stallions as Robinson goes up and can't get the better of Roberts. Hankerson and the Stallions are just going to dribble this one out. So as we wind down to the buzzer, it's the Gujarat Stallions with an excellent win. The final will be 84-73. Trendon Hankerson with 21 points and 6 assists. Jock Perry with 17 points and 14 rebounds. Nate Roberts with 10 points and 15 rebounds. So between them, 29 rebounds, Roberts and Perry, while for the Falcons, Jack Purchase finished with 18 points and 8 rebounds. Callum Dalton, 17 points. And Alex Robinson had 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists. That's a big and important win for the Stallions.
Yeah, I think they really doubled down with their defensive performance there. If I remember correctly, they gave up 100 points in the last game with this matchup. So consecutive defensive stops and then the big rebounding performances were very key in deciding the game.
So there's confirmation of the final score. The Stallions 84 over the Falcons 73. And the Stallions, they pretty much put the platform in place with the 30-15 first quarter, but the Falcons came right back in, and basically the Stallions had to start all over again as we see the Stallions' top scorers. Hankerson, the top scorer with 21, Jock Perry with 17, Josh Dwash 11, Nate Roberts 10, and Nyack 8. So as we said, Perry with 17 points and 14 rebounds is our game MVP, and we will get to him momentarily down on the floor with Ryan James.
So I'm with the game MVP, Jock Perry here. We had to get him a mic, otherwise I'd have to stretch my arm out and get an arm pain. Jock, Grant there in the comm box called you a walking double-double. Is that something you're used to?
I mean, it's a big compliment for me. I pride myself on trying to get rebounds, and scoring is just a bonus. Yeah, I'm just super proud of the team. It was a big effort. First game of this tournament, this team did a number on us, and we came out and really showed what we're about tonight. So I'm really proud of our team.
Well, as Drew mentioned, you did not get fouled out today. So is that a personal achievement for you as well?
Yes, it has been. It's been a bad habit I've got into so far.
What are we doing
guarding
after this
smaller, quicker guys has been a good challenge, but I'm up for it, and I'm learning every game. So hopefully no more foul has to come.
Up for a challenge, spoken like a true jock. Well, one last question. Okay. So, as a big man, you often have the dilemma of guarding the opposition big man, right? But in your team, you have someone like Nate Roberts who put up a wonderful performance. How does it feel to have a big man like him on your side?
It's awesome. I mean, I don't get to play with someone like him very often, 2 7-footers on the court. It's pretty special. Bring back the big man. I'm sick of this small ball. Let's bring back the big man.
Yeah, well, so a double-double today. Yesterday was the day of doubles. So what are your thoughts on that? Did you have a good Valentine's Day yesterday?
Yeah, I did. Shout out to my girlfriend back home in Australia. I miss her. I love her. I'll see you soon.
Well, love is in the air. That's all from the sidelines with the game MVP, Jock Perry, who put up a big performance. Jock or nothing. Back to you in the comm box, Grant.
Thank you, Ryan. And just confirming, Perry, the game MVP with 17 points and 14 rebounds for the Stallions. He also had 3 assists, 3 steals, and 3 turnovers. But his performance, you can easily overlook the 3 turnovers and forgive him those errors.
Yeah, he's done a great job finishing around the rim, scoring from the perimeter, and the amount of attention that they attract opens up the floor for everyone else. So, a tremendous performance from Jock today.
As we've mentioned time and again, he has that ability to be an inside-outside threat. And there he is on the inside. And on the outside, he was 2 of 6 on threes. So, again, showing the versatility. And there was Jock Perry, our game MVP for tonight. Been such an important player for the Stallions from the get-go as we look at some more highlights from the second game of our doubleheader. Okay, we're going to go down to the floor and Dhruv Barman.
I'm here with my man Freddie. Close game. You guys were in it. They had a long gap, but you guys came back. Seems like that's been the story with you guys. You guys played really well in the second half. What went wrong with you guys today? Like, where do you think you guys fell short?
Yeah, look, we keep digging ourselves a bit of a hole in the first quarter, and we have to do a better job because no matter how good our runs are in the second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, if we're down 15-20, it makes it very hard to get back in the game.
Are there still some positives that you guys picked up from this game, like for the team, some positives?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, defensively in the second quarter, we put together a really good run, and that's what we're capable of, you know. So, although this isn't a great outcome for us, I'm glad it's happened now because great teams are tested when they lose, right? So we figure this out now because the playoffs are going to be hard. So we regroup, we figure out how to get through this. When it comes finals time, we'll be ready.
For sure. How big? You're missing one of your guards. Luckily, Kushal came back today. How big of an impact do you think once both your guards are out? Your entire team is at full strength. I also believe you're missing another international player. How good do you think, how confident is the team once all these guys come back?
Look, we're super confident whether we have all our people or whether we have other guys. Like, everyone can step up. Obviously, Dagger and Kush are massive, but we're going to be ready either way. The guys that have been stepping up, like Negi and Prashant, these guys have been amazing. So whoever rocks up will be ready to go.
Awesome, man. One last question. How is it for you in India so far? Are you having a good time?
It's been amazing. The support around the basketball here and the kids and seeing everyone coming out to watch, it's really been awesome. And I hope this really is a big step forward for Indian basketball.
Awesome, man. Thanks for your time, bro. Really appreciate it. All the best for the next game. Next up, we got A-Rob.
What's up?
You guys were right there, man. It seems like you always end up playing well in the second half. What went wrong with you? Like, what went wrong for you guys today?
We just got to figure out how to stop starting so slow. Once we do that, I think we'll be fine. We started slow the past few games, so we'll go back in the lab and we'll figure it out, and we'll come back out and make sure we have a strong start next game.
For sure, man. Are there still some positives that you guys took away from today's game?
Yeah, for sure. So every game, we usually end the fourth quarter pretty well. We end the third quarter pretty well. It's that first quarter. We got to figure out a way to keep them from scoring so many points in the first quarter, and I think we'll be fine.
Awesome, man. I really appreciate your time, bro.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it. All the best for the next game. It's A-Rob, man. You know he's going to bounce back like he always does. Thanks, man. Good luck for the next game.
Thank you.
That's it from here, guys. Excellent doubleheader today. Right back to you, my man, Grantley.
All right, thanks, Dhruv Barman, as we heard from Alex Robinson. And uncharacteristically, Robinson was scoreless at halftime, and he came alive in the second half, as did the Falcons, as we have a look at some of the highlights. And that man, Trendon Hankerson, he was, again, the driver for the Stallions.
Yeah, he's been a great player so far. He's been a key contributor in every single one of their wins so far.
And Perry, the game MVP, was the dish out. Not just a scorer and a rebounder, but a facilitator. Cal Dalton had a massive first half for the Falcons with 15 points, and then hardly got a look in the second.
was interesting to see how they matched up in the second half, where Falcons put all their small ball guys on. We saw more of Morris and Purchase, whereas Stallions went big with Perry and Roberts.
And there's that big finish from Nate Roberts. And Josh Dwash, like Robinson, was quiet in the first half for the Stallions, but got cooking in the second. And he was a big factor in that win for the Gujarat Stallions. Here's another look at Hankerson. He is just a quality player, and a player that everyone is loving to watch here in INBL Pro U-25. We're going to head back down to the floor and Drew Varman.
I'm here with the assistant coach, the man who's always smiling, always goofing around. I love the energy. Coach, great first game. Congratulations on the win. You guys started off the game really well. So let's start off with the positives. What are some things that you feel like your team did really well today?
Look, I think we controlled the tempo for most of the game really well. We looked after the ball pretty much until the fourth quarter, really. And we really played to some of our strengths, which was great. So, you know, there's patches in there. We went on a great run. They went on a run. And basketball's a game of runs. So realistically, with what's going on in such a short time, we played them, it seems like only 5 minutes ago, and they kicked our butts. So we kind of owed them one. So it was great to come out and play with some patience and poise.
Awesome. You guys have played back-to-back games. And I think with about 2 weeks in, there's been a lot of games, a lot of practices. You think fatigue is a factor maybe that's kicking in? Because you guys didn't play the way you played today. It didn't look like you guys played a back-to-back game. So is that something that's, you know, that is
Fatigue is a huge part of it. I'm exhausted. I'm not even running around. Like, you know, it's great. But the guys really bounced back. We did have that back-to-back last night. We took a tough loss. You know, it's one of those things. These guys are professionals. They're doing some great things. They're looking after their bodies. And as a coaching staff, we couldn't ask for more.
Awesome. Also, just to guys let you know, I'm the lucky charm for these guys. Any special message that you want to give to me, since I'm the reason they win every time?
I think that might be the case. You know, it's just like we've formed a special bond. I'm really happy to be here.
Awesome. Thanks a lot for your time, Coach.
Thank
you. Take care. That's it from here. Right back to you, Grant. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Drew. And that was a very happy Gujarat Stallions assistant coach, Miles Pearce. And you must be happy as well tonight after the Delhi Dribblers won the first game of the doubleheader. And here is confirmation of the Gujarat Stallions winning the nightcap, 84-73. They actually led by 21 at one stage before the Falcons came all the way back, and then the Stallions pushing the margin back out. As we check the standings, Hyderabad still at the top with a 3-3 record, Mumbai at 3-3, Chennai at 3-2, Delhi at 3-3, Gujarat at 3-3, and Punjab at 2-3. There is not a cigarette paper between any of the teams.
The margins are so fine just now, so every win counts double. You can see even just from the percentages there that every game's close, and we've got overtime games, we've got teams tied at 500 or just above. We could have everyone on 3-3 tomorrow quite easily.
So there we see the standings, and now we can have a look ahead to tomorrow night and another big game. It's going to be the 3-2 Chennai Heat against the 2-3 Punjab Warriors. In a word, who wins?
Punjab.
There you go. Craig Nicol goes for the Punjab Warriors over the Chennai Heat tomorrow night, but tonight it was the Stallions over the Falcons. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been another great night of basketball. This is INBL Pro U-25.